I think where a lot of confusion comes in is with the BMI, your body mass index.
Yeah.
And I've trained people getting them ready for the military.
Yeah.
And they can have a substantial amount of muscle, but according to the military, they're too heavy for their height.
Yeah.
Or also for somebody who's trying out for a cheer squad.
Yes.
And they can look great, be a great size. So I think that marker of BMI is really kind of outdated, and we definitely don't want to do it for children because everybody's growing at a different rate.
Yeah.
So I think too, one of the things that we do when we start working with someone is we do a body composition analysis, and we look at the percentage of bone mass to muscle to hydration to the active metabolic rate, and then see exactly where that person is, and that gives us a better approach to find something that's customized for them.
Hey, what's up? It's me, Haley Jones, with the Big Orange Business Podcast, and I am here with Michelle and Scott Williams of Totality Living Well. Right?
Yes.
I'm like, they're looking at me like, oh, did I say it wrong?
Oh, you did great.
Okay, so before we talk business, let's get into some rapid fire. Okay, carb versus fat versus protein.
All.
Oh, exactly. All are essential.
They all have a place.
Okay, tell us, what is a carb? Because I ask this because we see like whole grains, this, that, or a vegetable is a carb, a fruit's a carb. Like, what's a carb?
There are many types of carbs, essentially. There is grains, potatoes, but there's also fruits, and there's also multiple types and then vegetables. So there's actually all varieties of carbohydrates.
Simple carbs, and we have complex carbs. So, as a former runner, yourself, you know that you need both of those. You lose your energy.
Yes.
So they all serve a place, but we're not really big believers in cutting out any of the macros, but really, and we all have different needs.
Okay, got it. Okay, for you guys, what are like your go-to snacks?
Oh, go ahead with that one, because you have a go-to that you go to a lot.
I do have a go-to. I like bananas.
Really?
I'm a huge banana fan. I like to take unsweetened protein powder.
Okay.
And put a little stevia, liquid stevia. And some pure cocoa. And whisk that together with a little salt, and then just pour that over the bananas. It's like
that's my style, actually.
Yes. It's clean. It's pure. Yeah. And I'm doing the flavoring.
Right. Yeah. It's not like this, that.
If I'm really needing that punch of carbs, I'm going to get a good workout in. I will take a brown rice cake and kind of crumble that up. And it's crunchy. And it's good. And it's weird and it's good and it's just delicious.
Love it.
And so what I do is I'm looking for more carbohydrates usually. So if I don't have anything ready, I'll take a couple rice cakes, brown rice cakes, crumble them up, put some pumpkin seeds, some organic raisins, a couple of almonds, things like that. Put a little bit of almond milk over it and eat it like cereal.
Ah, love that.
And so that's my...
almond milk. I don't do a bunch of almond milk, but now I'm like, maybe I need to dabble. Okay, what's the best oil to cook with?
Avocado.
Yes,
avocado. Okay, endurance or HIIT? Cardio in general, like which one's better? Or which one do you prefer, we'll say? Endurance or HIIT?
Blended within a weight session.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay. So basically some HIIT with weights or?
Yeah, you can do a lot of different, I can really surprise some of my clients, especially people who have hurt knees or hurt feet.
Yes.
And really spike that heart rate up without even leaving the floor based
on
lifting.
Yeah.
With intention.
Yes.
And save a lot of time.
Love that.
And there's active recovery.
Right. Yes. And that's kind of where I came in. A lot of times I did what we call active rest.
Yeah.
So back in the day, my father was a big weight trainer.
Yeah.
And he used to dig bench press, and he would sit on the end of the bench for 2, 3, 4 minutes, that kind of thing. And he came down here to visit me with a buddy, and I said, and we were living over at some apartments. I said, Dad, we're not going to sit on the bench now. We're going to do active rest. So I had him do lunges and abs in between his sets.
Okay.
Well, long story short, that whole thing, he was running about 300 pounds at that time. We went down to Florida about 6 months later. We went down for his sister's birthday.
Yeah.
When we did, he went and put his bathing suit on because we were going to go to the neighbor's house for the pool. He hadn't tried it on. He lived in Indiana.
Yeah.
He put it on, and he hadn't dropped that much weight, but it fell off of him. So we had to drive an hour and a half to go get him a new swimsuit so we could actually go to the pool.
Nice.
And that's just all on
That's a
active
good
rest.
like little story there for sure. Active rest.
A lot of people are so locked into needing a certain amount of time to a window of time.
Yes.
So, there are a lot of creative ways that I like to train clients with supersets.
Right.
Meaning that you have 1, 2, or 3 different exercises and you keep rotating. You keep the body moving.
Yeah.
And then you're really getting a lot of cardio.
Right.
But then the right type of cardio.
Yeah, totally. Okay, last rapid fire. Do you think that, like when people talk about health and getting healthier, do you think it's about habit? Is it about self-control? Like what's more important there? Like, is it self-control? Is it a lack of self-control? Is it just building better habits?
All
of it.
Okay. Yeah.
It's like if you have a tripod. And we say body, mindset, spirit.
Yeah.
Looking at the whole person.
Yeah.
But also knowing your why.
Yeah.
Why do you want to achieve this goal? Why do you want to embark upon this journey?
Right.
It could be for quality of life. It could be that you're trying to complete a bucket list activity.
Right.
It could be that you just want to look good.
Right.
So it can be a lot of different things. But then, also just really looking at why you want your body to be healthy and really kind of probing it a little bit deeper than that.
Yeah. Okay, so tell us, what is Totality Living Well? Like, what do you guys do? Who do you help? Tell us what you do.
You want to start?
Sure. So basically, when Michelle and I first met, she was actually working with kids and mothers.
Yeah.
She had a program called Eats Best.
Okay.
And all different decades of women.
Yeah.
And then when I had a program, mine was Scott Williams Fitness.
Yeah.
So when I came, I was actually training competitors and athletes.
Oh.
And so we married ourselves together.
Yeah.
And we married our business together.
Okay.
And so that's where Totality Living Well came about.
Yeah, that's awesome. Wait, so were you doing like bodybuilder? Like when you say competitors, what do you mean?
I trained bodybuilders. Yeah, I trained bodybuilders and competitors in different athletic sports. But then I also trained a lot of college kids and high school kids that played multiple sports.
Okay.
And so I was helping them get more flexible, get stronger, get bigger, get better. And then helping bodybuilders trim down, guys and girls, for shows.
Oh, wow. That bodybuilding thing fascinates me because I'm just like, my cousin has done it. And I'm just like, this is fascinating.
Yeah.
The trimming down, it's fascinating to me.
Yeah.
I'm like, God, how do they do that? But is it all food? Or is it?
It's food, it's training, it's sleep, it's everything.
Sleep.
It's the big thing.
And hydration.
And hydration.
Yeah.
A lot of people, they'll want to do that, but then they want to have the dehydrating drinks too. They want to have a lot of the coffee or the alcohol or that, and you got to watch all of that. You got to just really make sure that you're getting that sustainable hydration.
Yeah. Okay, so what do people most often reach out to you? Is it weight loss? Is it what's the most common thing people call about?
Right now, especially since, I have reached kind of that time period and I'm post-menopause.
Yeah.
So I have a lot of women who are reaching out and wanting to know, what do I do with my body? Because my hormones are just going crazy.
Right.
And so we have a lot of people who are like, I don't know my body anymore.
Right.
I want to reacquaint with it because what I was doing before isn't working now, and I'm gaining this weight, or I don't have the energy.
Right.
But then we have a lot of people who are coming off of injuries.
Yeah, we have injury people. We have people, and that's what's so wild is Totality. Pretty much the way we describe Totality is that we're longevity coaches.
Yeah.
So we actually help people at any decade of their lives do the best they can with their lives so that as they grow older, they can actually achieve a quality of life as they age.
Yeah.
And my favorite group to work with is a family unit.
Yes.
You've got working parents, you've got everybody's on a different schedule. The kids, are going everywhere, and then to get everybody together and to teach them, practical ways to not only move together as a family, but to eat together.
Yeah.
And eating is a big thing that we into a sport too.
Right.
Yeah.
Are people typically thinking we're bad eaters, we need to eat more healthy? Are they coming to trim down? What are they coming for on the nutrition side?
Interestingly enough, a lot of people think that they eat really well, and we start.
Yeah. I know. Yeah.
Actually, if you did this, and this, and they're like, really? And so they start feeling better and all of that. But maybe some people it's weight loss, some people it's energy.
Some people it's strength, some people it's mobility.
Yeah.
Strength. Yeah, the big.
Speaking to the longevity.
Yeah.
One of the things that I think a lot of people think of as biohacking.
Yes.
And that is not what we do.
Okay, yeah, tell us that, because I feel like there's hacking for everything.
There's a big movement with biohacking where people are trying to freeze the aging or reverse their aging.
Yes.
And longevity, and our definition of it is certified longevity coaches.
Yeah.
We look at helping people to live a quality of life.
Yeah.
For whatever age
Right.
that they are at in life, and
Right.
to progressively move forward with their health.
Right.
And it's so much more than food and your movement, but it's about your socialization. It's about the environment that you live in. It's about the toiletries and the grooming products that you are surrounded with that can disrupt
Right.
your hormones. It's about life. And it's how you live your life. And we aim to teach people a lot of these principles and a lot of things that aren't really taught,
Right.
and to help them so that they can find a greater balance and greater health and feel really good.
Right. So how do people know what is true? Because I think that there is so much information.
Yes.
And it's either like too general or it's like just complete trash.
Yeah.
So how do you know like what is actually like good? Do you know what I mean? Like what actually is good for you?
Well, and typically, like, we'll have people that come and call us and say that, we've seen this, this, and this, and this. And I say, well, that's not exactly my view on it.
Yeah.
But if you would like, we could talk about it.
Right.
And we can give you truly our experience over our lives and what we've done throughout our lives.
Right.
And, a lot of times people can find something that really works well, and then they want to write a book or start a movement.
Right.
And anything that we have in life is not a one-size-fits-all.
Right.
Not even by the decade.
Right.
What worked for me in my 20s was very different than what works for me now in my late 50s.
Right.
So it's just, it's always going to be a customized approach.
Right. Well, and I guess too, my question is, so for example, like me, myself, at one point I was like 90 pounds heavier than I am now, weighed 240 pounds, lost all that weight. Oh my God. Okay, my girl. Okay. Sorry, y'all.
Do you want me to try hold it?
Yeah, sure. Go for it, please. Hi. She's like, I want to go to sleep. I can't go to sleep.
Let's go. Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
Praise God. Thanks, Michelle.
It's gonna.
I know, I get it. Okay, so like myself, lost a bunch of weight, kept it off, and then gained it. Went to the doctor, and the doctor was like, well, just gain 20 more pounds. We'll give you bariatric surgery.
Oh, yeah.
Like horrible advice, right?
Yeah,
but
horrible.
like that's a doctor, not to like hate on doctors, but I'm just saying, I think that even there's just so much misinformation.
About medical out there.
Yeah, and I think also too, like with running, not that everyone should be a runner, but I'm just saying at one point I thought I could never run again.
Yeah.
And like that was misinformation because I was just not mobile enough. And then I started working on my mobility and did 7 marathons in 7 days. So I guess, when it comes to like people, I feel like people have very strong definites about health.
Yeah.
So what are things that it's like, or what would your advice be to people who are like, oh, I just can't do X, Y, and Z?
Well, I think where a lot of confusion comes in is with the BMI, your body mass index.
Yeah.
And I've trained people getting them ready for the military.
Yeah.
And they can have a substantial amount of muscle, but according to the military, they're too heavy for their height.
Yeah.
Or also for somebody who's trying out for a cheer squad.
Yes.
And they can look great, be a great size. So I think that marker of BMI is really kind of outdated, and we definitely don't want to do it for children because everybody's growing at a different rate.
Yeah.
So I think too, one of the things that we do when we start working with someone is we do a body composition analysis, and we look at the percentage of bone mass to muscle to hydration to the active metabolic rate, and then see exactly where that person is, and that gives us a better approach to find something that's customized for them. So I think that that's what we have learned has worked really well for us to really approach it by like an individualized basis.
Well, and you keep saying individualized. With your website, you talk about that. Like it's very individualized.
It's
Everybody's
custom.
different.
Everything is custom.
So, you know, in the spirit of being as custom as possible, and then like what are patterns that you're seeing? So from like for longevity purposes, for 20 to 30-year-olds, like what's the focus? 30 to 40, what's the, you know what I mean? Like tell us what's the focus.
20 to 30s, it seems like for them, it's really creating a little more muscle mass and a little more flexibility.
Okay.
Because it's amazing how many kids that are young can't touch their toes.
What?
Oh yes. I mean, there's kids that I've worked with that they can't get their hands down past their shins because their flexibility is so bad. And then on the other side is you see so many kids as you walk around the public with boots on, boots.
Yeah.
Because they're not strong enough in their bone mass, and so they do something wonky and they just break something or break something. We have so many kids out there with broken bones at this age. And it's insane how many kids you see with broken bones.
I never thought about this before.
So really and truly the muscles,
mind-blowing.
so the muscle strength, when you do resistance training, it increases bone density.
Okay,
and so a long time ago when I lived in Colorado, I worked with one of my aunt's friends.
Yeah.
And at that time she was about 50 years old, 50s.
Yeah.
And she went to the doctor, and the doctor told her that she was, at a certain level, her bone density was so horrible that she basically was going to break things, that kind of thing.
What?
My aunt talked her into coming in and working out with me.
Yeah.
We worked out for 6 months, resistance training mostly, not a lot of cardio.
Yeah.
But at that point in time, she went back to the doctor, and the doctor says, he did another test on her. He says, oh my gosh, he goes, what have you done? And she told him, and he goes, well, whatever you're doing, keep it up.
Yeah.
You know, and that was the good advice by a doctor at that point. But it took a doctor telling her that she's in bad shape to come see me to find out about bone density and how to increase her bone density.
Which is nice to know that just because your bone density may be not where it should be, when you strength train, like there's ways to address it.
Yes.
Okay, so 30 to 40-year-olds, longevity, what should they be focused on? And maybe it's different, like men versus women. I don't know.
I think really for women, especially, it's hormonal awareness, because the hormones are such in a flux. Just changing every which way. And it's really about getting consistent sleep, hydration, and really incorporating a good movement routine that encompasses the resistance weights, because at that point, that's when osteopenia, which is the precursor to osteoporosis, can happen, because the bone density starts to fall. So really becoming more aware of the movement and how you feed your body, and really respect the body for the phase that it's in. I can speak to that for a woman.
And I think for guys, a lot of times, there's a lot of guys in that 30s to 40s, they feel like they're in their sweet spot. They have this going on, that going on. They're high paced, they have all kinds of things happening. What I see in them more is high activity things, they get injured. So I had a gentleman that he decided he was a bodybuilder and stuff. He decided to go out and do some pickleball. He wasn't flexible. He wasn't great.
And start, stop.
Right. And then he messed up his hamstring and some other people. So I think at that point in time, you got to tell guys, okay, the testosterone's high, but you got to reel it back and look at your flexibility. And also you need to look at your sleep habits too, because a lot of people aren't sleeping enough because they're go.
Right.
And plugged in all the time.
Okay. So will you guys keep talking about sleep? Obviously, I'm getting a lot of sleep right now, but
really
But what do you think? Like, why does sleep matter? Like, what? Because I think, like, when we talk about health, it's like, well, people want to look a certain way or weigh a certain amount, but like sleep, it's bigger than just like looking a certain way or whatever. So tell us about that.
Sleep is where we rebuild. We rebuild all of our body. Our body and even our mind. Even our brain is rebuilt through sleep. And so if we're not getting proper sleep, we cannot regenerate our body for the next time. And that's where you start seeing people that don't sleep enough. I sleep 3 hours a night. I sleep 4 hours a night. I sleep 5 hours. And you look at those people and they just look tireder and tireder and more haggard. Bags under their eyes, they don't look that good because they're a warrior, and warriors don't have to sleep as much.
We've done some, that really read through the studies, and we've done some workshops on the just the amount of sleep that people get. If you get 6 hours or less on a regular basis, your risk for heart disease climbs, and
like hugely,
in a huge way. So it's really, there are a lot of proactive things that you can do to make sure that even if you only get those 6 hours, that you're getting a deeper quality of sleep. You can unplug your router at night. You can get out of your screens an hour before bedtime.
Yeah.
There are just tons and tons of things
that
you can do to help the body get into its normal circadian rhythm.
Yeah.
So that you get that better sleep, because we're just in a society where everything runs 24/7.
Yeah.
So you have to kind of be smart. And then that's where you also look at the individualized thing. Do you have a baby at home that needs to eat in the middle of the night?
Right.
Yeah.
Do you have a dog that's afraid of thoverstorms? You know,
Right,
you know, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Or are you a 7 on, 7 off medical professional where you have to work overnight?
Right.
So it's just everybody's got a different situation.
Right.
So that is really where you want to try to help people find their best happy medium.
Right.
And
So, yeah, go ahead.
Oh, then I was going to say, then one of the things we actually do is we do presentations where we go to companies and businesses and talk about some set different topics.
Yeah.
And so we actually got contracted by a gym that was up in Georgia.
Yeah.
That actually we went to and did a presentation on sleep.
Nice.
Just straight on sleep.
Which is crazy, because I think that gets so overlooked.
Yeah.
Okay, is there like a thing, like health-wise or whatever, that you guys just disagree on? You're like, no, this is the thing, and you're like, no, this is a thing, or things that you're like, no, this matters more, or
The two of us disagree on? I don't know.
or like a different philosophy on something.
We're
We're pretty unified.
Okay.
After being together for,
He's
Yeah.
the only other person that was as weird as me when I met him, and I think that's one of the reasons.
yeah.
That's why it works.
Yeah, we were all health.
Yeah.
We were health nuts.
Yeah.
We were so in sync when we met. I was like,
Yeah.
there's actually another person.
So it's a whole nother story, but we both came from Colorado.
Ah.
Didn't know each other and
Yeah.
met each other here
Oh,
On the
cool.
sidewalk.
What?
Yeah.
at a networking event, a morning breakfast networking event.
Yeah, and so we met on the sidewalk, running like did not know where we were. Until,
Yeah.
And then bam, and we walked into this networking event, and they had food out, but it was food that neither one of us would really choose.
Yeah.
So that obviously
Right.
was a conversation starter.
And
Right.
that's kind of what happened is.
Hey, girl, I noticed you weren't eating.
Well, at the time, what it was is it was UT football season.
Yes.
And there was a lot of people lined up. And if you didn't have a name tag, you hadn't been there before, you had to sign
Yeah.
your name in and put a name tag on.
Right.
So about 6 or 7 people ahead of me, all I hear this sweet Southern voice say, I don't have any UT orange, all I have is Bronco orange. And I was like, who is that?
Who's that?
And that's where it all started.
That's
And
funny.
we were the only people in non-orange.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go figure.
Yeah.
That's
Yes.
hysterical. All I have is Bronco orange. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay, so when it comes to just like the mentalness of being healthy, what are some of the biggest hurdles people have? Because I think, or how do you address the mental piece of like, or how, I guess people want a quick
Fix.
thing, right? Which is normal. That's fine.
Yeah.
But I think what happens is maybe we get like 2 weeks into something
Yeah.
and then we don't see. So when you don't see the result or you don't see the outcome, like how do you keep going?
Right. I think, first of all, having a clear understanding of your why, your reason, is going to be really good. And then as a coach, that's one of the first things that I make sure that I'm sharing with people before we get started, that nothing is going to be linear. I mean, anything in life, weather, seasons, all of that. So it's weight loss.
Yeah.
Okay. It's not going to be down, down, down. You're going to have different patterns, and the body will plateau because it wants to trust that you're taking it on a healthy journey. So it's going to be a little cautious at first. So I think that it's just really understanding that any kind of journey that you take in something like this, for as much as we want it to happen fast, for it to be long lasting, we want it to happen in a nice, healthy, methodical way. And the body will eventually, after about 66 days, will say, okay, I understand what you're doing.
Yeah.
And your mind will also start to get into a groove too, because a lot of times you have unexpected hurdles, just like when you are getting out of school and you're doing your first budget.
Right.
It might look good on paper, but then you have a lot of unexpected.
Right.
Same thing in a health journey. So there was a plastic surgeon back in the 1950s who had started tracking people who had different plastic surgery procedures, whether it was an amputated leg or a nose job or something like that. And he noticed that it took a rare individual about 3 weeks to really kind of come to terms, and another individual could take 8 months. But the happy medium was about 66 days.
Okay.
So somewhere along the way with influencers and self-help people, they took the 21 days to make a habit from the short end of that. But we have seen that it takes about 2.5 months for it to really start to kind of like take hold. So there's a mental component with the way that we behave as just a human and we absorb things, to know that your time does come. Right, yeah. And then by watching your body composition, you can say, oh, the bone has increased, the fat has dropped, the muscle has raised. I'm not really lighter on the scale yet, but
I'm seeing progress.
The tape sites are coming. And you make pictures. So when you can see the little changes and track the little changes, then it makes it easier to understand what's happening. Right.
Because a lot of people, when they get in, they take a shower, they dry off really quick, put lotion on their body, and they go, I look the same. Look in the mirror. But they don't realize it. But if you take a picture, and then you take another picture, and you take a picture, and then all of a sudden they're like, you do here to here, people are like, oh, wow. And then you come in and you do some body comps, and they go, we had a couple that we worked with just recently. But the gentleman, he had actually, through the process of it, he lost 3 inches in his waist. And I always do low belly, what I call it, and 3.5 inches in his low belly. Yet he actually only lost like a couple pounds, and he was disturbed that he hadn't lost any weight. But his composition changed.
Yeah, and I try to encourage people to look for those like surprise moments. So say you're reaching in and shaving your leg, and all of a sudden you've got more range of motion.
That interference.
And so celebrate the small wins along the way too. So I think that you've got to be looking for the right things.
Yeah, totally. What's the difference between a why that's like not going to get you there and a why that will? Like, for example, I would assume that someone says, I just want to lose weight. Like, there needs to be more behind the why.
It needs to be clearly defined. Because, what one why could be for another person might be shallow or too overly complicated. As long as it makes sense to you, you know what you want and you can clearly define that gives us an opportunity as a coach to make sure that you're set up for success.
And some people too, they want something that they've seen on someone else. And that's what we have to describe to them. Well, you're individuals. Your bone structure in your body is not their body. And so you're not going to have these giant long legs that are this big around. Like some of the runners, for example. Because it's just not your genetics. But what can you do to make your best self?
Asking for myself personally, but like I love to run, and I I don't have a runner's body. Okay, I'm not like a flamingo out here. Like people look like sometimes when they run, it's like that person just floats. And I don't know. I don't float when I run, but I still love to run. So is there such a thing as like working out for like whatever your body is? You're like, and how do you find that out? Like, how do you know? Is it calling you guys? Like, what's the best thing I can be doing?
It's just naturally come easier to people. And then you just work more creatively. Like if you're built, your structure's not typical, but you enjoy it because all movement's good. It's just sometimes, you might not be world class, at
But I want to be world class. I want to be an athlete so bad.
It's just like I think we should celebrate any type of thing. And we encourage parents to let their children try all the variety of movements. And that actually benefits those children later because their bodies start becoming pre-programmed for certain types of movement that reduces a risk of injury when they get older.
Because some people are like, my kids, I was a baseball star, my kids are going to be baseball stars. Boom, boom, boom. And they pound it in them, make them do all this stuff. But it's also okay, if they did baseball for a certain period of time, then they did some resistance training. And then maybe they did a little track. And then maybe they did something that diversifies their bodies. It helps them become a better athlete in a way.
Okay, and you do, is it neuromuscular massage?
Yes.
Okay, so is that like normal? Well, I don't even know what normal massage is, but tell us like what that means.
So basically, I graduated from a program in Colorado.
Yeah.
It was 850 hours. It's a very intensive
that's
program.
A lot. Yeah.
And but at the whole point of that is the gentleman that actually ran my school, his name was Ken, and Ken had a really cool philosophy.
Yeah.
And so the thing I liked about it, we did everything. I did hot rocks. I did reflexology and all these things. But he always told me that one of the things he really enjoyed was helping people get through injuries and keep from being injured.
Yeah.
And I was a personal trainer prior to going to massage school.
Yeah.
And I was like, there's so many people that talk to me about how they would like to get in better shape, but they hurt so bad.
Right.
Or they don't have the energy.
Right.
So I thought this would be a great opportunity to get people on a table and get them to feel better.
Right.
And then all of a sudden people go, so Scott, if I were to want to work out, how would I do this? Or Scott, if I wanted to change my diet, how would I do this? And it opened the door for me to help people with health that previously were injured and hurt themselves and just couldn't fathom going to the gym because they didn't have energy or strength.
Yeah.
But now if you go to, and you just want little feather frou-frou strokes, that's not neuromuscular massage.
Yeah. So mine is, I always tell people it's preventative and post-injury. So I always tell people it feels a little bit like a workout.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes you'll be a little bit sore, but the way I go through it, and so my instructor, the gentleman that owned the school, he says, Scott, I'm going to tell you this. He says, neuromuscular work, he said, think about cooking. He says, if you cut an onion, he said, you cut right through it, people will cry. He said, if you go too deep, too fast, people will cry.
Right.
He said, so you have to peel it off in layers.
Yes.
You have to go through layer by layer so that the body will adapt to it.
Right.
Because what we have is we have a fight or flight thing. So if you've heard of someone had a car crash.
Yes.
And they had children in the car. And the lady lifts part of the car.
Yeah.
Yet later she finds out she had a broken arm. It was one of those things that she did it because she had to.
Right.
Where our bodies respond the very same way in everyday life. So if you have stress, if you have a bad day, arguing with your husband, if you have all these kind of things, our body neurologically does the same thing. It stresses down.
Yeah.
It tightens up. So then by the 3-phase compression, we can get it to open, open, and release. And it releases down. And then that way you can walk away feeling better mentally and physically.
I can speak from experience just from the work that he's done on me. I might have a kink in my neck.
Yeah.
And the pain is so bad, I want him to go straight to that kink, get to work. But he'll start the other side of the back and down low. And I'm like, that's not where I'm hurting. He's like, but this
You're not listening.
This is where it's coming from.
Right.
Yeah.
He'll start working and it gets better and better. And he traces the path. So he's very interesting.
Well, because the thing about fascia, we're all wrapped in fascia.
Yeah.
And what happens is, I always tell people, fascia and knots and different things that you have are kind of like the universe. And basically when you see stars in the universe, one of those stars can be reflecting something over here.
Yeah.
Your body's the same way. So what was going on up here for her, sometimes it's in her low back, sometimes it's in different areas. I've had people sometimes where I've worked on the shoulder blade and they're like, I'm feeling burning in my toe. And it's like, really? And I said, should I stop? And they said, no, just keep going. But wow, I just want to let you know it's burning down. So
that's crazy.
It's all
it is all connected. So what makes you guys, do you have like a personal story, or what makes you like so passionate about this?
So do you want to start with yours?
I'll start with mine. Okay. I was always fascinated with the why of illness when I was younger.
Yeah.
Not to the point where I was interested in medicine or anything like that, but after hearing so many family members and overhearing conversations of people talking about their diabetes, their gallbladder problems, their high cholesterol, I was like, why does that happen? And why are those the things? And my mom had a set of encyclopedias, and I was like maybe 6, 7 years old.
Yeah.
But I was curious about that.
Yeah.
So I read as much as I could in the encyclopedias, and then I would make her take me to the library and use the card catalog, and I would just geek out and learn, oh, okay, the gallbladder, its job is to metabolize fats. Okay, well then that means that maybe there's something going on with food, you know, and then the same with cholesterol and diabetes and all of this stuff. So I started really thinking about that. So I was this little girl that was fascinated with nutrition, and when you wanted to ask me what I wanted to be, and everybody wanted to be a movie star or an actress or dancer, I wanted to be a nutritionist.
Okay.
And I was really interested in that.
Yeah.
And I would do experiments on myself. And so one time, I was about 8 years old, I decided to do an experiment where I monitored sugar, and I took all sugar. I read all labels. This was back in 1978.
Yeah.
And, and there's no internet.
Yeah.
And reading labels and discovered that ketchup had sugar in it, and
right.
asking the little lunch ladies.
So this is like in you.
It was, yeah. So I, in that whole thing, I boycotted school lunch. And then started a coup, not meaning to.
Right.
Nobody would eat lunch. And so the principal had to call my mom saying, she's influencing all of these people, just by, not doing this. And I was always wanting to do that cause and effect. Okay, well, at the end of this 30 days, I want to go to McDonald's and I want to eat just the apple pie and the Big Mac, and I just want to see what, and I felt like, just terrible.
Yeah.
And my mom, she had done it with me, and that's when we discovered there's really something to that. So I would go in the summertime, and I would go to my grandparents' house, and my retired grandfather grew a big garden, and I learned organic gardening, and so food and seeds and all of that it was just always what I did.
Yeah.
And then I got a scholarship to college with a great nutrition program and sales communication. Go figure.
Go figure.
But later in life, my certification.
Yeah. Wow, that's so cool. Yeah. What about you?
So I grew up in a town in northern Indiana.
Okay.
A very small town.
Yeah.
A place called Peru.
Okay.
And people say, because I have darker skin, and when I moved from there to Colorado later in life, and they said, "Are you from Peru, the country?" And I said, "No, Peru, Indiana." They're like, "Oh, okay." But there was a lot of farmland, and there was a lot of things growing out there, that kind of thing. Well, and so my mother and my grandmothers, they actually had farms, and they did different stuff, that kind of thing. So I got around the farms a little bit, but then my mom and dad got divorced, and my mom worked at Kroger's.
Yeah.
And so at that time, it was like one of those things is she taught me how to cook a little.
Yeah.
But it was like I knew how to make eggs. But then she would buy me frozen pizzas and frozen tater tots and frozen this and frozen that. And all the things that she could do and afford to do. And whatever Hostess product was on sale, whatever soda was on sale.
Right.
And through that, basically, I blew up and I got really, really fat.
Yeah.
And so then I became the kid that nobody wanted on the team because I was the last one picked and those types of things.
Right.
So then you fast forward that, and then later in life, I moved to Colorado and had moved away. And my mom and my stepfather and I moved to Colorado. When I got in Colorado, people were a lot more active. There was a lot going on. I was playing sports, but people were rollerblading and riding bicycles everywhere. And in the mountains, they would go hike and stuff on the weekends.
Yeah.
And so when I got there, I was like, oh, there's so much to do. And then I started learning about food and more about food by reading magazines and doing more and more and more. And then from there, I ended up doing my very first bodybuilding show when I was 17 years old, because I was very excited about the passion of that. And then I just transitioned through life, and it kept moving along. And then from there, it's just like it was just always in me. I wanted to create health and wellness. And I started seeing the discipline it took for bodybuilding, but I wanted to take that into helping people in the public.
You left out one iconic part of your story.
Yeah, I guess so. So basically, when my father, my biological dad, he was gone a lot. He worked on the railroad. Yeah. And so every year for Christmas, he would try to buy your love, buy whatever it was. So one year he bought me a pool table. And this is when I was like 8 years old. And then, so as we went on through that, when we moved to Colorado, I had moved away and I kept working out. He was the one that taught me how to work out. When I was 19 years old, before that, I had a bad injury when I was 18. But when I was 19, it came back. I would go see my grandmother that lived there and my dad. And I flew back home at that year, and he said, I've got a present. I've got the present for you this year. And so he wrapped up a bunch of boxes. He was always about that. And there was boxes, and it was like different things. And each box had a little something in it. And the small box that was in the middle, I opened it up and it was tickets. And I was like, okay. And he had told me, he says, well, this year you're gonna have to fly back to Indiana. And I was like, because Indiana's terrible in the wintertime. He said, you're gonna come back in a month and a half. And I was like, all right. And so I opened up the box, and it was VIP tickets to the very first Arnold's Classic in Columbus, Ohio.
So yeah.
That's cool.
So that big body.
That kind of,
and just like.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. Yep. So that.
Yeah. That got you like going.
Yeah. And I got to meet Arnold, and I got a Polaroid with him.
Very cool.
First year. And I met a bunch of my dad would buying the VIP package. We watched the whole show, did all the things. And at the very end, we got to eat dinner with the bodybuilders.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
So.
Very cool.
You just never know when you're going to be at a time and a place where something's really going to
affect you.
Really, hit you.
Set your path.
Those moments.
Wow.
Yeah. So.
Okay. If somebody's like, what's one thing that all of us could do to like support our own longevity?
Care about it.
Yeah.
Really care about it.
Right. Yeah.
Taking the steps.
Yeah.
But then it's the basic boring stuff. It's the sleep.
Yeah.
It's
Hydration.
The hydration.
Yeah. Okay, when you say hydration, is it as simple as like just more water, or like put LMNT in your water, like more, like what do you need?
Your fruits and your vegetables.
Yeah.
Those are going to hydrate. You need things that are going to help cellular health in your body. You can guzzle water all day long, but if it's just running through you, you've got to have that in your nourishment as well.
Yeah.
So things really just lock in.
Yeah.
Because when you look at your cellular health, your cells are what regenerate, and that's the foundation for everything in your body. So you don't want to just be flushing all the time. So, and then there are different ways that we can get that hydration in through like coconut water.
Yeah.
As one of the things, making smoothies with coconut water.
Oh yeah. Okay.
But you want to think about potassium-oriented foods that help you retain that water in the right way.
Yeah.
And keeping your salt sources healthy so that you're not locking into the bad type of fluid.
Right. Okay. I'm gonna ask you something. Okay. You guys look like you know how to take care of yourselves. Like you look fit. You look, like we eat perfect. We eat, you know what I mean? Like when people see you, I think sometimes people are like, ugh, I could never look like that, or I could never do this, or whatever. Like, what's your response back to that? Is it, it's been obviously years of you taking care of yourselves. So, when people, I think sometimes people just think, oh, well, I could never look like that. So like, why should I try or whatever? Which goes back to the, like, you need to care or whatever. But I just think, I want to ask you, like, are there things that like you'll never eat or you'll never do? But what's actually behind like you and being healthy, if that makes sense?
It's not about being in a state of perfection.
Yeah.
Even though we really work hard to walk what we teach.
Yeah.
And walk with consistency, but that doesn't mean that we don't enjoy an off meal where we're at Whole Foods and we get blue corn chips, and then we decided we're gonna, gonna enjoy, that together.
Yeah.
That
I mean, we eat everything.
We don't.
Burgers and steaks and potatoes and pizza stuff, but
it's not about walking perfectly. It's about walking consistently with some just healthier habits.
Yeah.
And I think that the more consistent you are, that trajectory just kind of starts to take hold.
Yes.
I can't tell you the times that we've been out with little old ladies and little kids want to touch Scott's arms. They're like, touch your arm.
Yeah.
And it's like, and then that opens up a door for conversation.
Right.
And then for my own personal journey, I have ebbed and flowed. I've had 2 children. They're grown adults now.
Right.
But I have been on a heavier spectrum.
Yeah.
I've been on a leaner spectrum as a, endurance athlete.
Yeah.
And I know what it feels like in every stage of the whole phase.
Right.
And I know what it takes to stay in that sweet spot, because if you're just white knuckling it to stay a certain way, or if you're just saying, I'll get it later, it can be harder to come back from.
Yeah.
So as a woman, I can identify with where it feels, and it can be truly a mind game.
Yeah, I think that's actually,
I think that any woman can say, all right, I remember what I weighed then, this point. And you just know what size and all that. And we're so wrapped up in numbers.
And weight, and the weight number.
Really, and when you get to that spot where you know that you're being consistent, and that's where I think it does help to have someone in your corner, whether it's a coach, being a cheerleader with accountability and encouragement, or if it's just a good support system of people who really support your goals. Because how many times have we heard somebody wants to stop drinking, but then all of their friends are like, oh, you're no fun anymore, come on, just one more drink.
Right.
That kind of, it works that way with food. It works that way with sleep. It works that way with self-care.
Right.
So I think just surrounding yourself with measures that are going to help you stay in that.
Yeah, totally. Do you think that people are trying to like make a big change towards their health? Is it better to start small? Is it better to have this big goal? Like what's the best way to get success?
I'm a big fan of little goals with the big goal.
Yeah.
That's
so
really kind of where
I think we both are. That. Having a small goal
Yeah.
A 30-day goal.
Right.
And then a 90-day goal. And then, a 6 month, a year. And just little steps into it.
I think that's where too, everybody's different with the type of accountability that they need.
Totally.
So we have an extensive questionnaire and intake form because we really want to know what makes a person tick, what kind of feedback they're looking for, so that we can meet them where it sets them up for success.
Right.
So some people are like, no, just give me the numbers and I want to follow exactly what you've written. And other people are like, I want flexibility in my life.
Yeah.
And so you can't just give a generic plan to one person. If somebody's more numerically inclined and somebody's more intuitive, you've got to meet them where they are. So I think that it's about just following steps that fit who you are as a person.
Totally.
And some people are, give it all to me now.
Right.
I want to jump out of the gate.
And typically they're not really ready. They think they are, but they're
there
not.
There are 5 stages of readiness that we look for as a coach. So there's a pre-contemplation phase, and then there's I'm contemplating it, and then there are people who are ready for action. And so when we meet people with a consultation, we take their intake form, and then you want to make sure that they're able to maintain it, and then so the coaching relationship goes a little bit beyond just reaching the goal. So, but we really we've learned how to read people and really discuss that, and then just ask them the questions and not tell them what to do, but help them arrive at maneuvering their way through.
Awesome. So who should call Totality Living Well? Like who should call you? Like kind of like who's your ideal client, but like, who works with you? Who should call you? Who are you looking for?
Well, our biggest demographic is going to be people who are in their probably 30s up to like late 60s, 70s. That's our biggest. But we work with the children who can't call us. And we work with the older people who are like, my doctor's telling me to take this medicine and to eat right, but I don't know what to do. So it's really, when we first started Totality, our tagline was for ages of 4 to 99. For the ultimate state. But really, honestly, our demographic tends to be, especially here in Knoxville, in the 30s to the late 60s. And then in that range, you've got people who are taking care of elderly parents, taking care of children, going through their own midlife changes. So
that's where it kind of, for us, it becomes fun because you get some people that are like that, and then it influences the children. Then it influences the grandparents.
But the funniest is when you start working with a female client and she's really trying, and she's, maybe she's the typical person that prepares the food in the house, and then the husband loses the weight before she does, and he's not even on it. So that's a typical, little thing we see.
And that's,
funny.
The difference in testosterone and estrogen and all that kind of stuff. Sometimes it affects men a little quicker.
So family ends up getting involved with it, whether they realize it or not.
Totally. I mean, I can speak to, like, for myself, I mean, I've have like this long ass diatribe of a health journey, but my husband, I just can't seem to break that mold, because no matter how many times I'm like, did you read the label? He's like, yeah, I've read the label. I'm like, well, this is tequila lime Dorito flavor. I'm like, you did not read the label. Like, there's trash on the label. Like, so that's funny, because I'm like, God, no matter what, but that's fine. He's happy. So,
Our first thing that we try to teach people, and this is just like a little takeaway that listeners can do. If a second grader can't pronounce it, then really think long and hard about putting it past your lips.
Totally. And he's like, well, I read it, but it just, there's only 5 things. And I'm like, well, can you say the name of the 5?
Exactly.
He's like, well, no. And I'm like, oh, don't eat that.
One of the things we do is we take people to the grocery store and we go through foods, and we help them actually shop for a week and really just educate them on the labels and things like that. And it's really an eye-opening experience, because sometimes it's just a trade-off between brands.
Well, and it's so cool, because sometimes we could take someone to a grocery store and they can get groceries for an entire week compared to going out to eat for 2 or 3 or 4 of them, and the money they would spend plus the tip. And they go, oh my gosh, I can't believe I got all this and I get to make this much food. And it's shocking to them because they don't understand it.
Wow.
It's pretty cool.
So you guys you personal train, you do nutrition coaching, you do the massage, basically one-stop shop, kind of, it sounds like. Is that correct?
Yeah,
or no?
it's just comprehensive.
Yeah.
And then we do the coaching programs too, which basically we do nutrition and fitness programs and also flexibility that people can utilize anywhere they want to be.
Yeah, okay.
At their own facility, at their homes, wherever.
Yeah, flexibility. I need to work on that. Okay, anything we haven't talked about that you want to mention, or anything that we've missed today?
Oh, I do have one thing.
Yes.
So we've got back in contact with a gentleman. He actually is the manager at Earth Fair.
Yeah.
It's one of our very, very favorite places to shop.
Yeah.
They're going to have what they call a neighborhood street party.
Oh, cool.
And they had it a few times before.
Yeah.
And since we've recently recontacted with him, he's like,
Yeah.
I want you guys to come and be a part of this.
Yeah.
I contacted him the other day and I said, could you nail down a date? Because I wanted to give you a date.
Yeah.
He said it's going to be late June, early July.
Okay.
He hasn't nailed it down yet.
Yeah.
But it's really cool because they have Earth Fair, but they have a lot of local vendors that come there and people that do stuff, and they have great food, and they have people doing like stuff on the grill, and it's exciting. And Michelle and I will be there as well.
Awesome.
Yeah, and we also want to offer your listeners a discount too for if someone wants to do nutrition, then we'll do a month of nutrition for them with another family member for half off.
Okay.
And that'll be good until the end of July.
Okay.
So I don't know when the podcast is going to air.
Which that should. I'm looking at Chris as we're talking, but Chris.
And then I'm doing a neuromuscular massage special.
Okay, nice.
And so that's going to be where you can actually buy 3 sessions.
Okay.
And if you buy 3 sessions, it's going to get you a discount of a substantial amount by doing that.
So if people want to, do they just go to the website and just reach out and say, hey, we heard you on the Big Orange Business Podcast?
Yep. Yeah.
Awesome. And we're on social media. We could be a little bit better, but we are mom pa business and stuff.
I get it. Yeah, I know.
Instagram gets.
I know.
Facebook
I get it.
A little love,
No, I get it.
They kind of get ignored for a little bit.
Yeah.
And, but we are trying to be better to put all of that out on social media as well.
Right.
And the best thing is our card, if people contact us, that number is my number.
We have a QR code on the back of our card too that takes people to the website.
Nice. Okay.
So we're inching along.
Doing. Okay, and I just want to say, if someone does fill that form out, and they're nervous or they're like afraid, what can they expect? Will it be a phone call or what's the first step?
The first step is to really just reach out to us.
Yeah.
So that would be either call the phone number or actually send an email.
Yeah.
And then from there, we would contact them.
Yeah.
From there, we would send them a form if they're really interested, and then that would be the steps that we work through.
So no high stakes, basically. It's just one step at a time.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
Everybody's different.
Right.
Some people want to meet face to face, and people want a Zoom call.
Yeah.
Some people want a phone call.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta meet people where they are.
Awesome. Love it. Anything else we missed?
I don't think so.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, thank you. You
us.
guys are obviously clearly very passionate about what you do, which I think is really cool. So thank you for your time today.
We are.
Yeah.
We're definitely passionate, and it's like but Scott's thought when we first met, and we were coming together and cooking the same foods and slowly falling in love with each other.
Yeah.
He found himself, for the job that he came out here for, was gonna not turn out to be a job at all. And I said, well, I actually have a background in media, so maybe we can get you on TV.
Yeah.
And I was like, so we need to create one word for me to just get like a whole movement around you. I said, take your time. And he said, he's stirring some food, and he said, well, I know my word. And I said, really? And he said, yeah, it's integrity. And I fell in love with him right then and there. He's been the best business partner. And
you guys are so cute.
He walks
He's tearing up over here. If you're watching, if you're not watching, go watch the video.
He's so passionate, and he's the greatest business partner. But I can tell you that I can definitely speak to the integrity factor.
Yeah.
That people are going to get that, and there's no need to be afraid.
Right.
We've been through real life. We raised children, and not perfectly.
Yeah.
And it's just, we're all going through something.
Right.
So.
We have little kids that we work with, and we even have people now. I have one gentleman that's 87 years old. Amazing guy with a long history about his life, and it's so cool to listen to him.
That's awesome.
So
cool. Well, thank y'all so much.
Thank you.
All right. We'll see you guys next time. Bye.